Hi stars. Hello stars. Welcome to another vlog day. I want to go ahead and share one of my meals with you. This is not my favorite meal, but it's one meal that I have every now and then. I certainly hope you're doing well. I'm Luminous Star. Welcome to the channel. Everyone who's visiting for the first time, scroll down and select that subscription button. This way you can become a part of the Star family. And you guys and gals who are my stars, you already know how special you are to me. Mwah! Thank you so much for your subscription. I certainly appreciate you. All of you who are sharing your stories, not just with me, but with the world. I want you to know something. Not only do you inspire me to thrive forward, but you inspire everyone else to thrive forward as well. You never know who's going to resonate with your story, so keep sharing your stories. All right, as you guys and gals can see, I'm cooking today. Mind the description box below for the details to the video and the recipe. Today I'm going to be doing a pasta and chicken dish. To get off the meat a little bit, but like I said, this is not my favorite dish, but it's one of the dishes that I do like to eat every now and then. All right, so stay tuned for that. Okay, here is my pasta. I'm doing a veggie pasta. Now the last pasta that I did a gluten-free pasta. So it's more like for vegetarians. But this time I'm going with the regular pasta. And I have my onions and bell peppers. And I have my black beans. Okay, now those are organic. And I have my vine red tomatoes. Okay, so these are on the vine tomatoes. Also, I'm going to be adding my eggs. Now these are brown organic eggs. And this is also going to be placed on top of the pasta. I don't know yet. I may just mix it in the pasta, or I may just set it on top for decoration. Who knows? Anyway, here's my chicken. Now the chicken is going to be mixed in the pasta, but I'm going to go ahead and place it in the oven. Now for this particular dish, I may take off the skin. There's a breast, there's a thigh, and there's a leg. You can use fried chicken, or you can use broiled chicken. But I'm going to go ahead and go with the baked chicken. So my water looks like it's ready for me to add my pasta. Here we go. Okay, so while my pasta is boiling, I just want to talk to you all a little bit about how sometimes when we make bold moves, such as going no contact, there's no guarantee that the cluster B personality and or narcissist will think about all of this. Okay, so while my chicken is heating up, and let's see, yeah, I'm gonna put that in there for about 10 minutes. But anyway, I just want to talk to you all a little bit. All right, so what I want to talk to you all today about is how sometimes when a person chooses to make a bold move, such as going no contact, there's just no guarantee that the narcissist or the cluster B personality will think about everything that went on in the dysfunctional relationship. In other words, they may not have a change of heart. Some narcissists and cluster B personalities, they turn up when it comes to the shenanigans, okay? Or in other words, it gets worse. The narcissist and cluster B personality may turn up on the shenanigans and all of the tactics for source supply. Now, some of those tactics for source supply can be quite diabolical. Sometimes when a person chooses to make a bold move, such as going no contact, this does not guarantee the narcissist and or cluster B personality is going to have a change of heart. They may not have that moment of clarity when they think about all of the shenanigans. They may not think about why you left the relationship. Even if you tell him or her, this doesn't guarantee your bold move will have him or her pausing for thought or pausing for cause, okay? They may not do that. They may continue to carry on as if nothing ever happened. Matter of fact, sometimes they act like the relationship never happened. Now, I'm not sharing this with you all just to discourage you from going no contact or thriving forward. I want to share this with you because sometimes the narcissist and or cluster B personality, yeah, they do continue on as if the relationship never happened. Now, for some people, that causes them to feel or experience devastation, believe it or not. It depends on how deeply they were invested in the relationship. Sometimes this is a family member. Sometimes it's a person that you were romantically involved with. The bottom line is this: when it comes to a narcissist and a cluster B personality, there's just no guarantee how he or she is going to respond, or actually how they're going to react once you go no contact. And going no contact is, I think think it's a bold move, especially if you have been in the relationship for a very long time. And the narcissist and cluster personality, they're not looking for the relationship to end. So when a person goes no contact, that is definitely, to me, a bold move. But like I said before, there's no guarantee that he or she is going to have that moment of clarity and they think about what led up to your going no contact, even if you share it with him or her. Now, some people, after going no contact, what happens is that they want to reach back out to the narcissist and cluster personality. I wouldn't advise that, because sometimes what happens is that once the person reaches out again to the narcissist and the cluster personality, it's usually because they want the validation, they want the closure. The narcissist and the cluster personality, they don't even think that way. They're not thinking about helping anyone to gain any insight as to why the relationship broke down in the first place. Because a lot of times, the narcissist and cluster personality, they do a lot of things intentionally. I'm not saying they do everything intentionally. However, a lot of the things that they do, like manipulation, deception, you know, and all the other types of diabolical tactics we can think about, they do it for sport and they do it intentionally. So sometimes when they're scouting for a source supply and they're out on the prowl or they're out there hunting for targeted prey, it's usually for sport. And this all leads right back to their false self-image being supplied. So I say it really doesn't do a person any good to reach back out to the narcissist and cluster personality, especially after going no contact. Now, one of the things that a person does face once they go no contact is all of the memories will come back up. All of those painful incidences that the narcissist had something to do with, all of that stuff comes back up. There are certain emotions that a person will begin to feel, and they usually are unpleasant. Okay, there's sadness, there's anger, but there's also confusion that they may experience. There's also mixed messages that they may be thinking about. The person may begin to doubt themselves once they go no contact. Making such a bold move, I say a person ought to be very certain that that's what they want to do. Another thing that a person may experience is that when they think about all of the mixed messages from the narcissist and cluster personality, well, do they love me or do they not, right? Or do they care about me or do they not? A person will start to think about those things. Now, this is where the doubt may set in. Once they go no contact, they may begin to think about that and the mixed messages. So he or she may begin to doubt that they made the right decision. Again, I say once you make such a bold move, it's probably best to continue to thrive forward and focus on that. Check my chicken. All right, looking good. Because I remember when I first went no contact with a particular cluster B personality, it was difficult at first, right? Because I started thinking about, you know, all the memories came up. There were other times that I would think about how the narcissist and cluster B personality, they would character assassinate, they would smear a campaign, they would, you know, do the bait and switch, they would set things up, right? And then they will pull the rug out. There were a lot of times that it just wasn't a clear bottom line. It was always some guesswork on my part. Like, does this person really mean what they say? Or are they lying this time? Or, you know, these sorts of things, the mixed messages that I was just talking about. Those memories are going to come back up. Certain things that you thought you forgot, it's going to come back up, especially after you go no contact. Because now you get to see things in a clearer perspective. Now you can really think about all of the things you went through. Now, I'm not saying that to say you're to be stuck in the sunken place. You're to be stagnant because you're thinking about everything that hurt in that dysfunctional relationship with the narcissist. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is when those memories start to come up, you will begin to see things a little bit more clearly. Then, hopefully, you will be able to determine that your bold move, such as going no contact, was the right thing to do. Yeah, let me check on my chicken. Good. Now I can turn this off. Okay, so basically when you make that bold move, such as going no contact, I want you to know most of the time people are going to do this gradually. before they absolutely exit the relationship. What do I mean by that? There's certain steps that's going to be taken before that person actually goes totally no contact, such as they're going to be contemplating whether or not this is the right thing to do. Is it the right time? Not just is it the right thing to do, but is it the right time? People have different circumstances and situations that they're in. They have challenges that they're facing other than the dysfunctional relationship with the narcissist and cluster B personality. There's a lot of things going on in his or her world. There's a lot of steps the person is going to be making as they contemplate going no contact. So just keep in mind that it's totally natural to take a few steps before actually going totally no contact. Most people have to gradually go into going no contact instead of abruptly ending the relationship, and then the narcissist and cluster B personality don't know what hit them. They don't know what happened. Now, some people have done this, okay? But I'm just telling you, most of the time, it is not done that way. It's a gradual process. The person begins to contemplate. In other words, they begin to think about the relationship. They begin to look at the narcissist a little bit more differently. Or, I guess, a little bit more clearly, because now they're contemplating leaving the relationship. So they basically had enough of the shenanigans, okay? All right, my pasta is almost done. And check the description box below for the menu. I think I mentioned that. But also, don't forget to like and share this video. Tool number 1. Remember, if you're going to go no contact, take some time out to weigh the pros and cons before making such a plan and strategize going no contact. Again, I think going no contact is a very bold move. The narcissist and cluster B personality, they're not going to know what hit him or her. So either way, whichever you choose, you have to make sure you're looking out for yourself. So tool number 1, plan and strategize making the bold move of going no contact. Sit there for a second. Tool number 2. Hope you guys and gals are doing well today or tonight. I was trying not to make this like a really cooking show, but hey, I wanted to talk to you all about a few things. Tool number 2, practice self-preservation, personal boundaries, assertion, and practice emotional discipline. You're really going to need the emotional discipline. Matter of fact, you're going to need the narcissist repellent once you make that bold move to go no contact. The emotional discipline. You're going to have to make sure that you're not so reactionary. All right? If you slip a couple of times, okay, that's normal. That's understandable. The narcissist and cluster B personality, they may turn up on the diabolical tactics. So what else does that involve? That means that you will take small steps to become a little bit more accustomed to letting the narcissist or whoever, right, know that, hey, there's certain things that you don't like. There are certain things that you're going to be changing for yourself. So the narcissist and cluster B personality, they have to absolutely get the message, whether they like it or not, that you're going to be taking better care of yourself. You're about to make a bold move. Make sure it is for your benefit. Tool number 3, make sure you have that support base. You're going to need it. Okay? You're going to need that outlet to make sure you can express those feelings and those thoughts that's going to come up for you, right? It's going to be a little bit unpleasant. So you're going to need a strong foundation. You're going to need that support base. Now, the support base can be anything from a mentor, a life coach, a counselor, a therapist, doing your research on narcissist abuse or narcissism or narcissistic personality, doing some research. Go to a library, go to a seminar, and of course, watch Luminous Star, right? Yeah, you can do all of these things to make sure that as you go forward, as you thrive forward, and you've made such a bold move, such as going no contact, you're going to make sure that you're okay. This is not the time to worry about the narcissist or the cluster B personality. They've been getting the supply from you. They've been taking care of their business. It's time for you to take care of yours. All right, so I'm going to be showing you guys and gals the finished dish. All right, make sure I have everything. Okay, here's my pasta, and I wanted to make sure that I included every ingredient on my plate. So I'm going to add just a few more tomatoes on top. I'm going to add just a few almonds on top. Oh, that looks great. So I'm going to go with a creamy garlic dressing. Okay. All right. So I'm going to put that right on top there. Yeah. So there is my pasta dish. I'm Luminous Star. I certainly hope you have enjoyed this video. Check the description box below for details such as the menu and recipe to this dish. Stay tuned for more vlogs and stay tuned for more videos.
Our home, incubator of life, through our lines.